Hey guys, welcome to Ground Reality. I'm Aditya, that's Karan, and that's Neil. And today we are going to be talking about the T20 league that's going to be happening in India. First things first, the auctions, which is most important for all the franchise owners to pick the balanced side and the right side for them to win this tournament. A lot of players have been registered for the auction. There are about 262 players overall, and only 61 spots that are left for grabs. Neil, what about your thoughts on the league?
I think India needs this right now more than anything else after the lockdown. Great time for this league to be here, and a lot of young players coming into the auction, and a lot of important, good, big players being released.
Yeah.
So let's see. Hopefully, the teams will spend some money on the players,
Yeah,
and we'll see how it goes on the 18th.
right. What about you, Karan?
Uh, India would be very happy to get cricket back into this country after
Yeah.
about 2 years. You're looking at big players in the auctions. We've got a few dynamites over there.
Absolutely.
We're waiting for this. More than the cricketers, the fans are ready to go out here.
Yeah.
So this should be an exciting league.
Yeah, the grounds haven't yet been decided, and no one knows exactly which will be their home turf. So I'm assuming that obviously the franchisees will be picking balanced sides.
Yeah, that's where the auction comes. The auction is very important out here.
Yeah,
To pick and choose, because here it's a little confusing as to first we've got a few players coming on top. Like a Chennai knew exactly the conditions in Chennai. A Bangalore knew exactly what they were in for. Now
yeah,
it's going to be a little flip of a coin out here,
right.
trying to decide because now the franchises know where they are playing.
Yeah,
So that would be
absolutely. And Neil, what are your thoughts on this?
I agree with Karan, and
Yeah.
I feel it's going to be a big advantage. Once the grounds are decided. For example, if it's in Mumbai, Mumbai are going to have a big advantage because
Absolutely.
they know the turf. If it's in, say, Ahmedabad or Chennai, like that, then probably Chennai might have. So I think a couple of teams might have the edge over here
Right.
with their teams and the ground conditions are favoring them. So let's see.
This
The
time.
grounds are not yet out, so
Yeah,
once
that's
that
it.
comes
Grounds
out,
haven't
we'll
yet
have a
been
point of
announced.
discussion.
Yeah. So let's jump right into it. Talking about flipping a coin, that's what Karan was saying. So I'm just going to flip a coin to decide today whether we're going to be talking about Mumbai or Chennai first. It's Mumbai. So yeah, Mumbai have always been very particular in who they want to choose, but this time in the auctions, I think they're going to be gunning for a few fast bowlers. They've released a few players. What are your thoughts on that, Karan?
They're a champion team.
Yeah.
You don't have to, I don't think Mumbai have to tinker too much with that lineup.
Yeah.
They are looking out for a fast bowler. They got the likes of Jameson, who's in the auction.
Yeah.
They got the likes of
Richardson, yeah.
Adam Mill.
Yeah.
You can pick up one of these bowlers.
Absolutely.
And that's about it. Mumbai's good to go.
Yeah. And Jameson's also a New Zealander, right? I mean, Trent Bolt is the frontline fast bowler who's the international talent that Mumbai Indians has. So I feel even Jameson would obviously be nurtured under him, and they would love to go and gun for Jameson. What are your thoughts on that, Neil?
I think they should go for Chris Morris.
Yeah,
Because the batting,
the
batting lineup of Mumbai is, with Pollard, Pandya, Krunal Pandya, and obviously Rohit Sharma. Everybody performing. Chris Morris will give them a different depth, and he's a great fielder.
Great.
He can bowl the new ball.
Absolutely.
He can bowl in death overs,
Yeah.
and he's a great all rounder to have. And
Absolutely. We've seen him actually hit a few out of the park in the last IPL and the IPLs before that. But yeah, moving on, let's hope that Mumbai has a great auction and picks the right fast bowler for them to get the balance right. Moving on to Chennai. Chennai has released a lot of their players. I think the team needs a lot of resurrection now. They had a very, very poor T20 league last season. And, they've released players like Harbhajan Singh, Kedar Jadhav, and I think that's a very, very good call. They have a purse of about 22 crores with them. They have I think, one overseas player slot that they can pick. I'm quite sure they would be gunning for that X Factor player in their team. What are your thoughts on that, Karan?
I think the X Factor, Chennai needs a revamp for sure.
Yeah.
Looking at an X Factor player, you look at Steve Smith, he needs no introduction out here.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's coming, he scored centuries in all formats. He's one guy who Chennai need because he could anchor a game.
Yeah.
And everyone could chip around him.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think Chennai, Steve Smith for Chennai.
Neil, what about you? You think Maxwell or Smith?
No, I agree with Karan here.
Yeah.
Steve Smith is the ideal choice for Chennai, and I think they will go full on for him.
Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
And again, you've had an added advantage of Suresh Raina coming back into one down.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
the balance of the team would be great
Exactly,
if a Raina could come in one down and then a Smith and then you got your Dhonis and Jadejas to follow.
Absolutely. The one key player that I think we've missed out and we've not seen him bat too much in the previous IPL is also Dwayne Bravo. I would love to see him bat up the order. He's the X factor in the team. And to be very honest, more than Steve Smith, I would love that Chennai would pick a Glenn Maxwell because those are the hitters and the match winners, and he also gives you an off-spinning, all-rounding option.
Moving on to Delhi, one of the most balanced teams, I feel one of the contenders of this T20 league. What are your thoughts on Neil? What are your thoughts on?
I think Delhi had a very good season last time.
Yeah.
And they look pretty balanced this time too.
Absolutely.
And probably I think they just need to look for a backup all-rounder for Stanis, and they should be, safe then.
I mean, I think they do have a purse of about 12 crores. So gunning for an all-rounder, international all-rounder, maybe Glenn Maxwell or Chris Morris. And I think that would be a good pick.
What are your thoughts on?
I think they can probably go for an Indian all-rounder like Shivam Dubey or Pawan Negi. I don't think anybody's going to go for him this season.
What are your thoughts on Jason Roy?
Jason Roy,
Delhi and you have 6 overs of power play over
I
there
think
with
their
Jason
batting
Roy.
order is pretty much set right now.
Yeah.
So I don't think they have the money to go behind a Jason Roy or any other international batsman, and I don't think they'll get enough chances too. So I think
Shivam Dubey is a good choice because I think he's had a good domestic run as well, and he gives you that bowling. He gives you those 4 overs as well, and you can depend on him even just to go and hit the ball out of the park. So I think he brings in that whole lefty combination and a righty quick bowler as well.
True, and even Amit Mishra is fit this season. He's been phenomenal in the
and Ishan Sharma.
Yeah, both are there. So hopefully Delhi will win the league this time.
I guess they should have a great option to pick their balanced side.
Guys, what about Punjab? We should talk about Punjab, right? Because they have like 53 crores with them. They are the Ambanis of the league right now. They can buy whoever they want. They can revamp the whole team.
Absolutely.
They can send other teams, in a, what do you say?
So Punjab are a bank by themselves in this auction. I would feel, they would dominate this auction if they had, if they ever had to. This would be their best
That
call.
amount of money they have
Having
to.
about 53 crores.
And a lot of players to choose from. In fact, overseas, there are like 5 overseas players that they can choose. Obviously, they have the legendary Chris Gale, who's going to give them that opening slot, the universal boss. And Nicholas Puran, he's done brilliantly at the T10 league, at Abu Dhabi. So
He's the dynamite.
Yeah, he's a dynamite. But 5 slots to fill in with that kind of money, it's a lovely auction that they're going to have, and waiting for Punjab to really kick it in. Yeah.
With Glenn Maxwell out of the squad over there, I feel the best bet for them would be a Debbie Milan.
Yeah.
The number 1 T20
He's done
ranked
well.
batsman.
Yeah.
Who could give you a good base to that team after KL Rahul because you've got all explosives all around him.
Absolutely.
I feel a Devi Milan would be a good call for.
But
Punjab.
you never know, 53 crores, Steve Smith waiting. You never know, he might be the highest paid player for
It's
Punjab.
like the Punjabis are going to Bangkok for shopping.
Absolutely.
What are your thoughts on the young Aussie fast bowler Giles Richardson?
He was the highest wicket taker in the Big Bash. A great fast bowler, but I don't think he's going to make much of a difference in this IPL.
I feel that is very debatable.
Please go on.
Because
What do
this
you
guy's
think?
real. He's a really fast cookie out here. He's picked up a lot of wickets. He would be knocking in the Australian team soon, and I wouldn't be shocked.
I see Virat Kohli smacking him out of the park. That's all I can
He's
see
got,
right now.
by the way, he's got Virat Kohli twice. Played
I know,
3
that's
games and
why
got
I
him
said
twice.
he's going to knock him out of the park, and he's going to get his revenge.
I think Punjab, like I said, Punjab has 53 crores. They can pick up batsmen, bowlers, all-rounders. I personally feel that they might just gun for Steve Smith. And because they have that kind of money, they may just buy Richardson as well. So they have the Aussie power clicking together.
They've got a bank over there, so they can buy.
So whether it is a Bale Bale or no Bale Bale for Punjab, we'll find out at the auctions.
Moving on to Kolkata. Aditya, what do you feel about? I mean, what are what are your views on Kolkata?
So yeah, the auction will be very important for Calcutta as well, because I mean they have just about 10 crores in their bank, and picking the right player. I think they're looking out for a top order batsman who could give them a few bowling options. I mean there is also Tim Seifert, who's a great New Zealand batsman, and he's also played for them for the other team in the CPL. So yeah, Neil, what do you feel about Tim Seifert?
Great bat. He had a good CPL.
Yeah.
So I think they will, and they have that culture where people who play for Kolkata
Yeah.
do play for their team in the CPL. So I think
Absolutely.
they're trying to make a family out of the
Yeah.
whole
That's how
two
we-
leagues.
Yeah, that's how we know the Kolkata team, right? It's like a big, huge family.
Yeah.
Just to add to that, I do feel they might have some money left for maybe a Maxwell, because I do feel that he will be that bowling all rounder. I mean, they can always switch between Andre Russell one day and Glenn Maxwell, depending on who's having a better day.
And the pitch that they play on.
Absolutely. So that will be
for
key.
all you know, Glenn Maxwell will not be sold in this IPL.
Oh, that's
He-
I have my
That's a
doubts
point.
on that. I have my doubts on that.
I do have my doubts on that one.
Yeah, so I guess 10 crores in the bank. Let's hope that Kolkata has a good auction and they do get to pick a balanced side, obviously with a batsman that they're looking for. Let's talk about Hyderabad, guys.
Hyderabad, there's nothing to talk about. I mean, they're the most balanced team out here. They were more like the first year's
Yeah.
Rajasthan, is
Yeah.
what I would say.
I mean, under the leadership of David Warner, I mean, he's like the local boy there. Whenever the fans go out there, they all feel that they are David Warner. They just love him. They adore him. I think he's the guy who's actually kept the team, together, and he brings that whole Aussie culture as well. The other thing is, of course, they do have only about 10 odd crores, 11 crores to pick. So, what
Yeah.
are your thoughts on
I
picking a
think
player?
Hyderabad has always been the dark horse.
Absolutely.
in the-
And always will be.
Always,
And
yeah.
because they use horses for horses,
Mm.
you will see Kane Williamson warming the benches.
Yeah.
Not
absolutely.
any other team.
Absolutely.
You
I mean,
can't
it's-
keep that guy out. But
can't keep
they
the
have
guy
to
out,
play a
that's
Nabi or a Rashid or
Yeah.
a Jason Holder.
Yeah.
They will
Jason
make
Holder
sure-
coming back.
Yeah. That's
Such a big boon to them with the bowling and the
Yeah.
batting.
I mean, if they're looking for an Indian all-rounder, I would really back Shivam Dubey. I mean, he gives them those 4 overs. He can hit the ball out of the park. I think he'll bring about a little bit of an option for David Warner to choose and
Yeah.
from the bench strength. Yeah,
and he
that's
can
true.
be a good substitute for Vijay Shankar,
Yeah,
who's not done much in the
Yeah.
IPL.
Or a Tevatia.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think let's hope for Hyderabad to have a great auction. They're just only about one overseas player that they can pick and a few Indian players. So I think they should have a very decent auction at the end. Yeah.
Guys, Rajasthan, they have sold Steve Smith and now have 35 crores in the bank. It is going to be like Punjab versus Rajasthan in the auction.
Selling Steve
Absolutely.
Smith, let's get to first that, it's more of a surprise to everyone. Selling a Steve Smith is
Yeah.
a very big call.
But that's great, right? I mean, he's out in the open now. I mean, he's there up for grabs for teams like Punjab, people who have a lot of money in the bank, who would definitely be gunning for him. But there's one important thing here. Rajasthan are missing a left-arm spinner. I mean, I was just looking at the lineup, and if they can pick up 3 overseas, I would definitely look at maybe a Shakib.
What about
a Shakib Al Hassan, who's a very, very good left-arm spinner. He served, the Hyderabad team for many years. So yeah, I think he
What
could
about
be a good pick.
Sean Cottrell playing Philly to a Joffrey Larcher? I mean,
Yeah,
if you go to
I-
see the team, they are a power pack batting lineup. Again, weakness in the bowling.
They are. But the thing is, after the first time when they won the league, after that they have been disappointing.
Yeah,
They have just been disappointing. I think the management needs a big change apart from the team.
Absolutely.
They have been backing youngsters, but the youngsters are not coming.
They're more like an Arsenal of football.
I
Is that what you're trying to say?
don't think the football fans are going to love that.
And what are your thoughts on Kedar Jadhav?
Oh my god. I just don't want him to play and get injured. Because he just plays a game and then he just gets injured, He won one game for Chennai and then he was out.
You talk about him and he gets injured.
Yeah, you talk about him and he's injured. Let's not let
Oh,
go
guys,
there.
going through a tough time.
Let's not go to Kedar. So yeah, I mean, with 35 crores in the bank, they should definitely look at middle order batsman, maybe a spinning all
I
rounder.
think more seniors, somebody who's more
Absolutely,
experienced.
who can hold the team.
Maybe
Yeah.
who's more matured.
With 35 crores, they can actually rebuild their whole.
They have a lot to play with and for.
Give the youngsters a chance, but then
True.
you need to groom them. With
True.
I personally really like Rajasthan. They're like a heart, like the heart of every. It's a great team.
Ever since we've been, discussing the auctions, I'm really pushing for Maxwell. So I don't know. Maybe I love Maxwell. I really hope he gets picked in the IPL.
I think he's gonna go unsold, and then once they get him back into the auction,
every player comes
probably
on.
then he might go for a base price or something like that.
Every player has the ups and downs. You can't count him on a tournament.
course,
You see Maxwell performing everywhere, from the big bash, Australia, picking up games. He won a very important game in England also, where he and Carey scored a century in a match-winning knock and a series-winning knock.
No doubt. But I just don't think he has it in him to play. It's the biggest pressure league, and
So let's see how Rajasthan fares at the auctions this year with 35 crores.
And Bangalore. What about Bangalore is having a purse of about 36 CR going into this auction? A heart of all, Virat Kohli.
Yeah. I mean, Virat's always been, a little
He's always
unlucky.
been the talk of Bangalore.
He's been talk of Bangalore. He's been talk of Indian cricket. That's all great. I mean, we all love Virat Kohli for sure. I really hope he has a great cricket league coming up, because he's always been unlucky. I do feel sometimes Bangalore, they fall short on the bowlers.
Yes.
I think they'll have to look at keeping that balance. What do you feel, Neil?
I feel that Virat Kohli is a great batsman. He's a good captain, but I don't think the international players actually can live up to the energy that he creates.
Absolutely, yeah.
Maybe because he's coming along. If you look at Bangalore since 5 years, they're looking at. I mean, Virat Kohli is used to just anchoring the whole game. True. And that's a responsibility. Now that's more of a liability. Like ever since last year when he was playing, that's more. I feel Virat Kohli was a liability.
But AB de Villiers is there, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, and that's where I would rope in a Glenn Maxwell with an.
There he is, Glenn Maxwell.
That's where I would rope in a
He's
Glenn
back
Maxwell.
again.
That's where you need a Glenn Maxwell after an AB de Villiers.
Absolutely, and I completely agree with Karan here. Virat Kohli has always believed in nurturing
You need the
youth.
right men for the right job.
Yeah,
and
I think
yes.
Bangalore need to focus on their bowlers.
Yeah,
they have let out Dale Steyn.
Yeah.
Chris
Morris.
So I think they need to go for a Jai Richardson, because otherwise Virat is going to kill him.
Trust me, an X factor would be a Glenn Maxwell right in there, because he fits the bill over there.
Absolutely.
But their spin department is pretty sorted with
With Chahal and
even Moeen Ali.
Moeen Ali is there as well. But yeah, I mean, that's what I was saying, right? I was making the point earlier that Virat Kohli actually loves playing with Indian youth. If you see Padikkal, the opener, he the first 2-3 games he's just come and given you 50s like it's a joke. And obviously if you have 36 crores right now in this auction, you're gonna go you're gonna go for a balanced side with youth and experience. But yeah, I really hope Bangalore does well, because Virat Kohli,
Bangalore, a team to watch out for.
For sure.
Frankly, even when Padikkal is scoring well, even the Bangalore fans are waiting for him to get out, because they want Kohli and AB to come in.
Yeah, I mean, that's always been the plan. It's always Virat and AB who do the bulk of scoring. But yeah, let's hope that Bangalore has a good auction. Let's see how it goes for them with 36 crores in the bank. Virat Kohli all the way, I feel. Yeah. So guys, we've had a great discussion to the entire cricket league today. A lot of points that have been shared, a lot of analysis that we've done for the league today. 17th is the auction. Let's hope all the teams have a great auction. The franchise owners will be looking forward to picking balanced sides. What are your thoughts, Karan?
Eagerly waiting for this auction to get over and have a lot of debate. I mean, like a lot of conversation with both of you all. I feel it's going to be fun.
Absolutely, yeah. And the team to the team to look out for. What do you feel?
It's going to be Punjab this time.
Yeah,
I feel it's going to be.
He's always been the fan of Punjab because they have a lot of money in the bank. He's already doing balle balle in his mind.
I feel a team to look out for.
Yeah.
Especially after coming back and playing in India would be Hyderabad.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, they do have a balanced side, and I think player to watch out here. I think we're all convinced
I
that
mean,
it's
there's only
Smith.
one big player who scores runs for fun.
Yeah,
Steve Smith.
Steve Smith, and I would say Glenn Maxwell. I'll always back him.
I think Chris Morris, he brings value to any side,
Yeah,
and with his batting and bowling, he can be a great match winner.
absolutely. I think all these questions are going to be answered in the next show of Ground Reality. Cheers.